Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be showing off the rest of the Demon Slayer units from the Demon Slayer update. I know there was technically last update, we've had a tournament update in between. I'm going to try and get some of those stuff. This video does not include Tengen. I'm not getting Tengen. I don't care. He seems great. I'm not playing that many portals. I don't want to. I'll probably do Infinity Castle, maybe show off those units at some point as well. But yeah, I don't want to hold you guys for too long. Enjoy the video. Alright, finally got Giyu. I think I actually got Giyu during the Akaza recording, but I didn't bother putting it in. So, I can evolve him. Just finished doing all of that. I didn't roll his stats beforehand because I forgot I even got the kills to do it. Well, whatever. I'm not gonna go back and fix them. Well, you know what? They're all A minuses. I'm bound to get better. Hold on. Where is he? There. And I'll do a few rolls on him just because. I mean, sure. At this point, I'm so used to seeing Eclipse, I don't even register it as Mythic anymore. It's just a trait I get. I would say the worst unit of the ones that I know the passes of, because I don't know Giyu's, is probably Enmu. I don't know. Enmu's kind of weird. All right, I'm going to pause. I'm going to come back when I have money. Okay, I'm going to go from probably... I'll do left to right. I have not used... I do not know what Giyu does, so he's new to me as well. So he keeps the passive he has on Evo, Tidal Reflex. If an enemy has entered Giyu's range within the last 5 seconds, Giyu's next attack deals 20% damage to that enemy. So these ones are at later upgrades. So you have Tidal Strike at upgrade, or Tide of Strikes at upgrade 9. Each time Giyu kills an enemy while Flowing Calm is active, he gains 20% damage for 20 seconds, refreshes with each kill, and plus 10% chance to immediately attack the strongest enemy using a random skill of his own. I don't know what that means. Flowing Calm. For 10 seconds, Giyu enters a state of perfect focus, emitting a steady pulse every second that slows enemies by 50% for about 3 seconds with a 6-second cooldown, deals 10% of his damage, and hits flying enemies. Okay, it's actually pretty good. And it is a 30-second cooldown. Oh, I don't have attack animations, do I? Or do I? Oh, I do. So... first attack, and then Waterfall Basin, which he has those on Evo. I believe these ones are all the new ones. Oh no, he even has Splashing Water Turbulent on Evo. He only gets 2 upgrades, actually. Splashing Water Turbulent. This one isn't a crazy animation, despite how large the cone is. But the attack speed's really good, but I think, yeah, I believe he's full AoE, which this would... oh, he's not. He's just a really large cone. I assume this is a new attack. Oh no, it's not. So he doesn't actually even get a new attack. He sticks with the same very large cone. Oh, it's active. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to show off the slow. We'll try it again. It comes off cooldown. You can have 3 of him. I assume the cooldown on this isn't global. Okay, there we go. Oh, it does have an animation. Oh, that's actually really cool. That also definitely went out of his range. And I think during it he doesn't attack normally, so hold on, I'll activate it again. I think it'll look better from a further angle. This video will probably be a little longer than the last one because I gotta go over 4 units. Yeah, it just expands outwards. Okay, it visually goes past the edge of his range, but it doesn't hit outside of his range. So that's good to know. So you kind of want his range to hit the start of the track to essentially spawn trap enemies. So something more like this would be better. But I mean, yeah, Giyu does not seem bad. Killing it, I mean, the slow is really good. He'll synergize well with Akaza and Rengoku because he's physical, so he gets the damage boost. from the physical debuff that they do. And since this is full AoE with honestly quite a lot of range, they will hit a similar amount of enemies. Let's move on to Enmu. I'm going to do Daki last just because she has Crusader and it'll be easier for her to carry at that point. Passives. So they've changed his passives from what he originally had. He usually had 3. I forget what they were exactly, but these are kind of worse. Every attack applies sleep for 2 seconds. Each enemy has a 10-second cooldown before they can be applied to sleep again. Enemies affected by sleep take 20% damage from Enmu's attacks. Which means you do want the multiple placements. I want to see sleep actually go off, because I've never seen it actually work. It doesn't. Interesting. Enemies that die while affected by sleep boost Enmu's damage by 1%, max of 15% lasting 4 seconds. So means sleep is a stun effect, is it not? I have no idea. Enmu's original passives didn't work, that's why they changed it. I forgot to show the attacks, my fault. Basic attack is that one. Ground spike, which does that. Then supersonic hand, which is a weird one. It does that. Despair, because this was the first unit I had. I don't think Despair actually changes the animation at all. Oh no, it does that. Right. And then, honestly, the thing is, Enmu has really high DPS. But I don't know what sleep is supposed to do. It was like a stun effect, but we could see that Enmu was hitting enemies before and they weren't stopping or anything. So I'm not actually sure what sleep is supposed to do now. Regardless, you can have 3 Enmus, all with, you know, between what their damage fluctuates. If I could click on the right one. Yeah, between like 7,400 DPS and probably like 6,800, 6,700, roughly. So solid DPS, line AoE. I think if sleep works, this unit's not bad. But they're probably the least important unit this update, because if you really want that effect, just get Shanks. He does it better. We have Tanjiro, who has 4 placements. Typings. Use physical water, Enmu's magic dark, and Tanjiro is the only one that changes. He goes from, I think, physical water to physical light. We'll upgrade this one. If I could click on them. Passives. When Giyu is within this unit's range, Tanjiro gains plus 10% damage and minus 7.5% cooldown. Clear Strike. After every 15 seconds, Tanjiro's next attack does 200% damage as true damage, which is kind of like a better version of what Sid's uncontrollable power passive does. And then Burning Resolve. For every 5 enemies defeated within his range, Tanjiro gains 25% damage for 8 seconds, cannot stack. If he defeats 10 enemies within 15 seconds, he enters Sunfire Rage, which reduces cooldown by 25% for 15 seconds with a 15-second cooldown. His basic attack, I think, is just water wheel. And then he has Flowing Dance. I'm gonna sell the other ones so they don't get in my way visually. I apparently sold the one I upgraded. So Flowing Dance does that. Constant Flux should be it's multiple strikes into Waterfall Basin. The attack speed's not the best, so you could see it activate for a second. He had 2 times damage, and then Enbu Dance, which I can't identify what this attack is. I was thinking, I think on stream, that it was the thunder breathing like dash that he does, but I don't know why they'd call it Enbu Dance if that's what it was. I guess maybe I don't know what that attack's called, but I don't think that's what it is. I really don't know. So when Sunfire Rage is active, his attack speed's decent for having a line, and the fact that he's 4 placement does help a lot. But I don't think he's amazing either. The best thing is that he does become a hybrid on upgrade 9. I don't believe Giyu doesn't become hybrid, does he? No. Giyu doesn't become hybrid. I know Enmu doesn't become hybrid. Enmu has really good placement DPS. That's the thing I'm noticing. 651 placement DPS with overdrive is kind of nuts. Not gonna lie. Tanjiro is good. Relatively easy. He's probably the easiest to evolve. He's the cheapest. So if you want a quick hybrid unit, he's not bad to get. Then we have Daki, which I have Crusader on, which I think it's bad for her because she has 4 placement, but she is a good unit with it regardless. She has 3 passives: Crimson Threads. Attacks inflict bleed for 4 seconds, dealing 40% of this unit's damage over time. Elegant Execution. When an enemy dies while affected by bleed within her range, she gains 5% damage and 5% range for 10 seconds, and it stacks up to 3 times. The reason why I think Crusader works on her is because she stacks damage and she does bleed, which is, going to be based off her damage. Obviously, having, a Radiant Daki with her 4 placements is going to be better than this, almost guaranteed. But the Crusader is still really good. I'm not happy I got it on her, though. And then Cruel Authority. If more than 15 enemies are within her range, Daki's damage is increased by 40%. Which you can see that. Her basic line attack is just... I think she sends the OBs forward. Yeah. Her attack animations are not crazy. I believe that one she just like a jump slam. Yeah. And we have Rapid Strikes. I was hoping this unit was going to have an active that spawned Gyutaro or something, but I think because I was thinking because it was a mythic, it probably wouldn't. It's odd to include Daki without Gyutaro. I don't know. I did most of my trait rerolls on stream, so I don't have footage of that, so I couldn't put those in. And I did Daki. I have footage technically, but it's after I got it. I don't know if that'll play when I'll put that in, but I was so happy about that. Could you tell? And then Ruthless Counter, which is just a larger circle. Her attack speed never goes below 5.7. Pretty much she starts at 5.7, it jumps to 6.1, drops back down to 5.7, jumps back up to 6.1 at upgrade 8, and then it drops back down on no, that's not upgrade. Why is that called upgrade 8? What? It's all upgrade 8. But yeah, pretty much it just keeps jumping up and down. It's very weird. But yeah. Max upgrade. Is she better than Heisuke? I don't know. I think because of Akaza and Rengoku having a physical debuff, Heisuke is better. Because of that, because he'll receive a 15% damage boost after they attack. And Heisuke, I think, probably has better base DPS. I think for me though, Daki does come out better just because again, I have Crusader versus I think I have Overdrive on him or something. I also think she's better for Infinite than he is. I think he's a better progressive unit, but because of Cruel Authority, I think Daki is a better Infinite unit. Much larger AoE, bleed, plus like pretty much guaranteed 40% damage increase after certain waves. I don't think any of them have cosmetics. And I don't know what any of their shinies are. Let's go back out to lobby, and I'm gonna go decide if I want to roll traits on anybody. I'm not gonna bother seeing what wave I can take them to, not on Namek. It's not really that important. They're not bad units. I definitely think the most important ones are probably like Giyu and Daki. Because I think Daki's a really good heal unit. If you don't have Heisuke, and honestly, Daki will be easier to evolve than him. So if he wants an easier Evo, I'd go for him over. Go for Daki over Heisuke. How many rerolls do I have? Because I'm very tempted to try and get a Crusader on him. I mean, I have to, right? Next update, I don't think is going to be anything major, and Are they on a 2-week update cycle? I forget. They're not an update though. That might have Alucard. I care about this unit so much though. I gotta. Such a bad choice. Yeah, rerolling too fast. Don't tell me what to do. Oh, I'm already nervous. This is not good. Oh yeah, I see what they mean about the lag issue. I was just reading that on their Discord. They're like, we're aware of the lag. I swear, if I somehow end this with no mythic, I'm gonna crash out, I swear. Don't do this to me. Oh, come on. Why must I be punished in such a way? I have dreams of grandeur and my greed gets me nowhere. Oh. I'm not keeping that. I don't care. I'm so tired of seeing Eclipse. I don't care. Get it off my screen. I'd rather have nothing than Eclipse. I'm so over it. I don't actually mean that. I genuinely have rolled so many Eclipses. It's not even funny. Eclipse, 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 Eclipse. Eclipse. I had a Piccolo with Eclipse. I summoned him, I think. Well, so I'm gonna do some trait reroll, not on you, freaking loser. On these guys again. Maybe I can get something. I should have just stuck with what I had, but Pot of Greed. Yes! Oh, I'm so glad I was recording. Oh my, thank you. God, thank God. Oh my lord. I'll show these guys off. But yeah, on placement 11k. It's actually not even the craziest DPS with Crusader, but considering everything else it does, it's really good. And then I'll show max upgrade and ability up. Yeah, max upgrade, 150,000 damage with 10-second attack speed. So, 13k DPS plus, burn, physical debuff, all this other stuff. And with Final Clash, almost 200,000 DPS, or 200,000 damage. A stupid amount of burn, like 60% of this damage dealt in burn. With Final Clash, what else does it do? Oh yeah, and it makes Disorder do double damage. So you're probably doing double this with Disorder, so like 400,000. Alright, that wraps up today's video. If you guys see yourself come back around to the channel, we'd really appreciate it if you left a like and subscribed. It would greatly support my channel. If you have any other stuff you want to, Roblox stuff you want to see me play, feel free to let me know in the comments. If you want to see other stuff that I play, go check out the main channel. I also stream on Twitch, which all should be linked down in the description below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.